in this lifetime. I am coming here on YouTube or TikTok live to give you a quick reading before I am out for the day. This is a collective reading, or most of this will be a collective reading, and then I will do individual readings for gifts. So if you would like an individual reading, feel free to gift. The gifts that we're doing right now are either the strawberry parfait, the donut, or the metamorphosis, which is a butterfly. If you do the butterfly, I will give a little bit more of an in-depth reading specifically for you. So keep that in mind. You'll get to ask a follow-up question if you do the butterfly. This is a goal I'm trying to reach, and we'll spend a little bit more time on your reading. So just let me know if that interests you. I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. Ooh, and we'll take another one for over there. We're gonna start the collective reading first, and then if you would like an individual question, please gift first. So we have regeneration as our collective reading today, number 46. If 46, 4, 6, or the number 10 is an important number for you, that may be a sign that this number is, this reading is specifically for you. We also have Aquarius, number 29, so 2, 9, or 11 are important numbers for you, or the person you're thinking about is an Aquarius. Please keep that in mind. Aquarius says, think outside the box, cultivate a willingness to see things in a brand new way, which goes with regeneration already very, very well. So very, very interesting. Let me go ahead and take out the booklet for this, and we can get started. Number 46. My nose itches. All right. Sorry, I gotta get there. Okay. Regeneration, rebirth, second chances, new opportunities. Second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whatever you may have perceived as a failure or loss is now being replaced by something better, more powerful, growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Step into your wondrous life. Destiny is being filled in wondrous ways. Okay, hello, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and wave at some of y'all. Appreciate you being here. As always, feel free to heart the message. I'll go ahead and read the prosperity messages card as well. What happens when it appears you failed at something? Do you see the beauty in the lesson? The understanding that arises from the difficulties is like a seed that lies dormant for a time. Then once it germinates in your subconscious, it pushes through into your awareness. It is becoming apparent that there is a new you, a new start, a more powerful version of you and form of what you began to plant in the garden of your imagination has surfaced. You are ripe for success. New opportunities, much better than those that came before, appear like gifts from the gods. Now is one of those times when one of the seeming loss and failure comes remarkable abundance. Do not dwell on the past because you really are experiencing a rebirth. So there may have been, I am not doing yes and no at this time. If you would like it, oh, thank you so much, Moose. How are you? Feel free to drop your question in the chat, and I'll do the collective reading until I see your question. So this is about a failure that was not actually a failure. And you may be in that point right now where something just did not work for you. And you're thinking, goodness, how did this happen? How could this have not worked? I had a specific idea, a specific vision on how this would go, and it just did not go that way. Sometimes spirit has a higher calling power for us. If you're, religious in any way, there's your plan and then there's God's plan, right? And, whatever you call that higher power, whoever you look to, if you look for a higher power, spirit, universe, energies, there's your plan and then there's how things are going to go. And if you've already put things out there to go a certain way, you have a goal, you have a vision for something, whatever that is. That can be a personal goal, or it can be something that relates to a hobby or work. Oh no, you're totally fine, Moose. About sending the invite. That doesn't mean it's not gonna come out. Things aren't going to, your dream, your vision isn't gonna come to fruition. it's very actually difficult to like predict how that's going to go. You can put out 10 feelers. You could have two things you're like, those two things, definitely a Hail Mary. Those things are not going to happen. And one of those are going to be the ones that work out. That happens actually more frequently than people know, because when they hear people's success stories, they hear them in order so it's coherent and it makes sense. But when they were living it, probably didn't happen that way. So don't be disappointed just because the sure thing or the thing you're like, well, obviously this is what's going to work out, didn't. Something else is in the works. Let's see what this question is. I need a sign that things are getting better in the future. How am I? Oh. Let's go ahead and get started with that. I'll also pull out an oracle card for you. So let's do that as well. I'm just going to shuffle for you, Moose, real quick so we don't get any cards that are just stuck together. Let's make sure, yep, good thing. I don't always shuffle them like playing cards, so sometimes they get really stiff and stuck together. So I want to make sure that doesn't happen with you. And let's go ahead and start with an oracle card on the situation, not you. That card has been very happy to jump out at every given moment. Ooh, okay. We have Neptune 14 as the oracle card that came out. It says, soften hard edges, take the scenic route. Let your ideal next step be revealed in its own time and way. So that goes along with what we were saying before. Things soften the hard edges, take the scenic route. So things may take a little longer than you were initially expecting. Let your ideal next step be revealed in its own time and way. I'm gonna pull out just, can I get a third card? I have two tarot cards that came out. I can pull out a third. Whoa, I wanna take this one that's in my hand. Sticking to my hand. There we go. Okay, we're gonna read these, and then if you have a follow-up, Moose, we can go to that, okay? So let's just start with number 14. This is just kind of advice to you directly. And where are you going? Sorry, flipping through the pages. Moose, it says, soften hard edges, take the scenic route, relax, pay attention to your intuition and your dreams. If you've been having dreams on this matter, on things that are going on in your life, and let your ideal next step be revealed in its own time and way. Neptune is the ruler of art, music, psychic perception, and the underwater realm. So you may also been having dreams about water, or like it's been coming up, a sign having to do with maybe bodies of water. Enter Neptune's watery world. Let your harshness be smooth. Let go of self-punishment and obsession with following roadmaps and rules. What if speed, order, and efficiency were no longer your main concerns? What if you were to shift your priority to living with joy, beauty, magic, wonder, and depth? What would you need to release? What would you naturally embrace? Okay, so you may need to let go of some things that aren't aligned with you. The fastest route is not always the best one. Now is a time to focus on the journey and enjoy all the beautiful sights and adventures along the way. Gratitude. There may be signs and things that can help you. There may just be things around you that are just nice to enjoy. Keep that in mind. This is also a message about believing in and expressing your spiritual, psychic, and artistic gifts. Do not judge these gifts as wanting. Do not compare them to the gifts of others. Do not write them off as overly wispy or woo-woo. Own them, embrace them, enjoy them. They are yours and they are real. When you refuse to revel in these beautiful gifts, you will always feel like something is missing, like there is a depth of life you are not quite reaching, like you're stuck in the shallows. So honor your creativity and your spirituality now. Have fun with them, but take them seriously to rest, appreciate the beauty, listen to music, etc. Align it with Neptune's dreamy magic now. You may be seeing signs. That's what I'm getting from that, is like you may be seeing signs and not taking them seriously. You're like, yeah, that's like the 5th time I've seen a waterfall in a movie or a thing today. And I usually don't see any images of that. I don't have like a nature background, etc. Something like that. That may mean something. Spirit may be trying to tell you something. If you have like a strong spirituality, maybe it may be time to cleanse. It may be time to like sage the house. It may be time to maybe take your water bottles, put them in the sun, you know, the day before. Even if it's like, it doesn't have to look cute. It can be like the giant gallon water bottle of distilled water from the grocery store and put it on the sun. Like, I'm cleansing it. I'm intentionally cleansing it. Or the moonlight, if that's your thing, I'm intentionally cleansing it and having cleansed water for the next day. Just like enjoying those little things in life and being very intentional for your space and clearing things out. There may be something there to that routine. You may start showing up better. You may have more cleansed, clear energy, vibrations. Everything is vibrations, 222 on the hearts. Thank you so much, everybody, right now. I might have some more cards for you, Moose. We have the Devil in reverse. I do see you disconnecting from something. I do see there may be with the Five of Wands in reverse as well. I'm going to read these together. That there may be some bickering around you. It may not have to specifically be with what you're doing, but there's some like negative energy and some kind of, you know, not maybe harsh, but maybe continually ongoing. Sometimes that can be really distracting where it's like, whenever I talk to these relatives or these, you know, group of people, they don't get along, then it's me, you know, they're going at each other. We maybe need to let that go or at least distance ourselves. We don't have to completely cut them off, but I'm getting this ongoing negative energy. Be open to distancing yourself from that. You're cleansing right now. You're dealing with you right now. You don't also need to deal with them and like whatever they're doing over there, if it's not directly in your way. And if it is, that may be more of a reason to put more distance so you don't have to deal with that. And then we also have the 10 of coins. So all the 10s are about some sort of ending. The 10 of swords and the 10 of wands are a little bit more harsh. The 10 of cups and 10 of pentacles are happy endings. So 10 of Pentacles is about finance, it's about physical things, it's about material things. So you are going to get that happy ending. You need to distance yourself from the bickering and the like the weird little back and forths that are happening in your life. And I'm seeing there's things to be grateful for every single day. I know that's kind of like motivational poster speak, but maybe they may be distracting you from like literal good things that are happening in your day-to-day life. And I would highly encourage you, if you're having trouble seeing those little things, if you're getting distracted by the other stuff going on, to be very intentional to create your space, cleanse your water, sage your house, whatever, you know, it doesn't have to be those things, but whatever would mean more to you for your daily practice, do that and see how you feel about that. Let me know if there's anything else any question you have about my reading, and to do a follow-up, and I will see that in the comments. How is everybody else doing? I'm going to just real quick scroll through to make sure I didn't miss anybody here. And then of course it just updates however it wants to update and drop me right at the bottom. Okay, just making sure I didn't miss anyone. Okay, hello Mary. And I'm gonna continue with the collective a little longer while we wait to see if Moose has a follow-up. You're good? Thank you so much, Moose. I hope that resonated. So for the collective, and if you want an individual reading like how Moose got, the butterfly or metamorphosis gift would be greatly appreciated. And if you would like a shorter one, you can do the donut or the strawberry parfait. So 29 Aquarius. Think outside the box, cultivate a willingness to see things in a brand new side. Aquarius, if you were an Aquarius or you're dealing with an Aquarius, this may be specifically important to you. If not one of those things, it can still resonate. Just depends if you are in that energy at this time. And this again is going to deal with regeneration, because we had these two cards come out together for the collective. Think outside the box, cultivate and embody clarity of thought, and inner refusal to conform, and a willingness to see and think about things in a brand new way. Pay special attention to any Aquarians present in your life. Okay, so the first thing it says there is just you may be an Aquarius. Otherwise, this card is urging you to call in some of those qualities now. Aquarius is an intellectual sign that loves unique, eccentric, and visionary perspectives, okay? So doing something new. It can seem like Aquarians have an intellectual superpower. This is because they are not bound by convention. Their minds are fluid, graceful, and adept. They catch on to things quickly and then instantly begin to reformulate conventional wisdom into something fresh, new, and even groundbreaking. Whether or not Aquarius features prominently in your chart, you will benefit from drawing upon this ability now, okay? Their minds are fluid, graceful, and adept. They catch on to things quickly and instantly begin to reformulate conventional wisdom, okay? Aquarius folks may have trouble expressing or exhibiting their emotions, and nonetheless, Aquarians can be deeply sensitive and caring. As such, these cards counsel you to not be fooled by the seeming absence of emotion on the part of another. I'm going to read that again. As such, this card counsels you not to be fooled by the seeming absence of emotion on the part of another. Just because you can't detect passion, compassion, or affection on the surface, that doesn't necessarily mean these emotions aren't there. Summon your patience and more will be revealed. Independence may be something to be mindful of right now, the respect of independence of others. Seek and maintain your own independence as well. Aquarius teaches us that we can have full and meaningful relationships without giving up our own personal uniqueness and power. So that card is really about balancing between what is best for us and what is best for others in the same space at the same time. Okay, so we may be doing something completely different than somebody else, and that is fine. I'm sure everyone here already knows that uniquely in their own life, but sometimes it can be hard when we're interacting with somebody else. And it can be hard if it feels like we're not getting the emotions back that we usually depend on as feedback. So if you're expecting feedback specifically from this Aquarius person, or this person exhibiting Aquarian energy, if you feel like there's someone who's like, I keep trying to engage with this individual, hello, over on YouTube, and you're like not getting anything back, Spirit is encouraging you to be patient with this person. There's a reason that they stood out to you. There's a reason it may make sense to pay attention to this person at this time. There's a reason they're put in front of you. They may not engage with you in the way that you're used to engaging with people. If they're not harming you or anybody else, take some time. They may open up and reveal a completely different side of themselves that you were not expecting. And you have also the Two of Cups with that. So definitely would encourage you, especially if you're looking for love, because the Two of Cups is a partnership card. It does not have to be romantic, especially if you already have someone and you're like, not relevant. It doesn't have to be romantic. But this is one of those cards that there's the Lovers, which self-explanatory, and the Two of Cups that have to do with relationships and connections specifically. And some people do, especially if they're very traditional about tarot, prefer this card over the Lovers card for relationships, because the Lovers card used to be something else. But there could be a very strong connection coming in, and it may be somewhere that you weren't expecting, especially because the card we just read, the Aquarius card, talked about don't be put off by someone who, they may feel very deeply, and because their feelings are very deep, how they express it may not be the best, because they're in their feelings. They're over here. They're not out here with you. That people are different in that way. And if you're used to people expressing themselves to you how you express yourself to them, and you're like, that's reciprocity, sometimes people can't meet you there in action, even if they're meeting you there in their feelings. So just give them a little time and see what happens. We also have the Star in reverse. This is about healing. When it's in reverse, there may be a difficulty healing in some space. This may be you, or it may be the other person if something happened that is making them more reserved. It is a reason that they're holding back a little bit. You never know with people. And obviously, it wouldn't be very attractive if everyone just came out day to day and was like, this is the problem I'm dealing with right now. Everyone talk to me about it. Though obviously we all have our moments when we're like, I wish I could do that. You won't believe what's happening in the background with me right now. But this is talking about like this person may be having trouble going through something right now. So that may be why they're holding back, or it may just be their feelings. Maybe they've always been kind of someone who had a difficult time sharing their feelings. So it doesn't mean it's you. It could just be like it's difficult for them to do, but again, give them time, have patience. The card mentioned patience. Have patience with this particular person in particular. There's a reason you feel compelled to give this person more time. Figure out what that is. And then we have the 10 of Swords. There may be something else in your background, unrelated. This person may be present for it. They may be like a witness to this, but it may not have to do with them specifically. There's like some sort of ending. I feel like they may, be coming aligned in your life. You can here to like witness this or help you through your own ending of some sort. Something else going on that's been going on for a while. This is giving lingering energy, some connection that's been going on that you're like, oh, like make this go away. You know, some issue that doesn't have a clear end on its own. It's going to be ending soon, and it's going to be a lot. It's gonna, you know, it may be something that you've been wanting to have for a while. So once it ends, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, that was a huge burden. But just keep that in mind. And this person may show themselves to you in that moment. That may be the time that they show themselves to you because they're there for you in a way that you were not expecting. Again, for those of you who are coming in, we have around 10 more minutes left that I'll probably be in here. If you would like an individual reading, especially if you want something a little bit more in depth, feel free to get the Metamorphosis gift, which is the butterfly that's in there. If not, if you're fine with a shorter reading and you still want a personal one, we have the strawberry parfait or the donut at this time, and otherwise I'll continue reading for the collective. So we have number 38, to be fair, to be fair. So if 38, 38, or 11, which is a portal number, important number, is relevant to you, that may be a sign. I will say to be fair has to do with being honest with yourself. So let's see what more Spirit has to say on that. As soon as I flip to that page, there we go. Balance, justice, and need to consider options, mutual benefit, and the law of cause and effect. Life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing, yet over time they strike a balance. You move from being, from stasis to doing, from discovering to loving, to letting go, to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. Now is a time for even exchanges. Justice will prevail, and you will be treated accordingly in all your affairs. You will be able to negotiate fair settlements. Mutual gain is the gift to you and your partners and colleagues. This is also a good time to square your finances and take stock of how you're compensated for your work. This card signifies balance, justice, and negotiations. So remember that all things must be fairly recompensed. Keep this as truth, and so it will be. Okay, so there may be something that you feel like didn't go in a way that is fair, didn't go in a way that you really feel like accepting. You just didn't feel like it was right. Spirit is saying that it will come back to you. Things will be even, and also that things have their place. Maybe things happened that way even though it was unfair because you needed to let go of that thing. You needed to see someone's true colors, their true energy, the true whatever of that space, and those are signs from Spirit to like let those things go. Let them go and let justice happen, because it will, and return back to you. So you will get the karma that you brought into that situation, and they will get the karma that they brought into that situation. And it's not necessarily for us to judge, because who wants to go? You don't have to, because you don't have to spend energy on that. I mean, sometimes it's hard. It's easier said than done. A lot of times it is. But just keep that in mind. Again, if you would like an individual reading, please gift first if you have a question with the strawberry parfait, the donut, and if you want a longer reading, the Metamorphosis gift, which is the little butterfly. Aries 31, if 31, 31, or 4 are important numbers for you, that may be a sign. Be bold and courageous. This is a positive omen of forward movement and new beginnings. Be bold and courageous. This is a positive omen of forward movement and new beginnings. Okay, that's Aries. Let me go to 31. Oh, went way past it. Let's go back. 31, 31, 31. Oh, also, you may be an Aries. The person you're interacting with may be an Aries. Additionally, the Aries card inspires us with a sense that if we want to do something, we not only can do it, but we should. And we should do it immediately. With Aries energy on our side, we can see that setbacks aren't roadblocks. They're simply challenges that make the whole experience more fun. Sometimes starting something is the hardest part. For example, let's say it's your intention to go for a run your intention, sorry, to go for a run around the block. You might procrastinate and procrastinate, but then you finally put your running shoes on, and before you know it, you're on the pavement and back home again. So if there's something you've been putting off, don't think about the whole entire thing. Just think about the very first part, the very first action that you need to do. Once you do that, you'll likely find that everything flows naturally and easily from there. Other times you might want to get something done, but you're just not sure how to start. Aries counsels you that if this is the case, it doesn't matter that much how you start. Just start somewhere. If your jumping off point isn't quite where you need it to be, you can make adjustments and find your way as you go. For Aries, improvising is a joy and a way of life. Don't hesitate, delay, or murder the details. Yeah, it's not about what you do. It just decide on something to do and then do it. Okay, making those decisions to start, even if we don't know what that looks like, or we're very hesitant for whatever reason. Yeah, exactly. Especially if it's in a new direction, again, because something's going on, because you feel connected to a certain person or a situation that is going on. That can't be your whole thing all the time. We have to move forward just because of our own peace in our own life and our own goodness and the things that we reap for ourselves. I also have the 9 of Cups card. This is like the wish fulfillment card, and I appreciate you guys so much and all the hearts you're giving, because things can come in that are very, very positive once we make room toward it and once we move forward towards it. And sometimes we don't know that we're moving towards it. We're just doing stuff. A lot of us living life are just doing stuff at times, and then other people do stuff near us at different times, and it becomes a thing. And we can try to make that more profound, but like a lot of these things in these wish fulfillments happen not because we had it perfectly planned along the way, but because things just happen, and they happen in the order they happen, which ends up being the perfect order of things happening. Rest with the 4 of Swords. You may be getting tired, you may be feeling overworked, you may be feeling like I am doing a lot, and Spirit is saying you're right. You do a lot. You need to rest. Being rested and coming in with a very vibrant energy, maybe more than coming in and being like, I'm gonna pull myself up from my bootstraps. Like, you can, but like, why are you at the point where you have to pull yourself up from your bootstraps? You may just need to rest. On file, if you would like to ask a question. Oh, thank you so much for joining the court. The Exalted, for those of you who are interested, feel free to put a question down below and I'll answer you. Sorry, where was I? Oh yes, rest. So you can come forward as your best self in any situation, and you may be surprised, a small, short introduction into a situation or with people may end up meaning more than having more interaction with those people, because those interactions were coming from a place where you were rested, where you were cleansed, everything else. And 4 of Cups, if you decided that something wasn't for you, again, of course, we had the To Be Fair card, and you're unsure and you're thinking about it now and you're like, was that the right move? It could have very well be the right move. Don't necessarily second guess yourself because it feels awkward to make that move. Whether or not it felt awkward or like super cool to make that move doesn't affect that it was the right move for you in that time. From our new member of the Exalted, we have, does Sola think about me? And this will be our last card, our last personal reading for now, because I have an event to go to and I need to be on my way. I need to be on the highway. So does this person think about me? This card is coming out interesting. I would say yes, just based on that card alone. One moment, let me get you a second card. Okay, so does this person think about me? Yes, because we have the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is about observing a situation, not necessarily making plans or decisions about it, but just being observant. So the person does see you, they know you, you're someone of note in their mind. They may not have made a certain decision yet to move forward and do anything, but they are I am doing Haley personal readings over on TikTok Live. I'm not monetized over on YouTube, so I cannot do them over there. But when I am monetized, I will. They are taking time to notice you. They think about you. They just haven't made any decisions yet on what they want to do about it or how they would do that. With the Emperor, I'm getting divine masculine vibes, or at the very least, strong leadership vibes. This person is someone who likes to be in charge, they like to give direction, they like to be very orderly, and they're very comfortable in that leader role. They do that naturally. They probably don't have to put a lot of effort into. They're not like overbearing and trying to be like, do this thing I want. They just naturally are like, okay, well, this is where we need to go. This is how we do it. Let me give this feedback. I'm getting like really like respectable person in the community as well. Like this is someone who's seen in that way by others as well as yourself. And then we have Two of Cups in reverse. They may be or have recently been in a disconnected connection, okay? They've separated, or they're thinking about it, or they're kind of in that way. So if you've been getting kind of like mixed feelings or like kind of a back and forth energy where you're like, I'm not sure, they may have an interest. That might be why they're observing, but they're not moving forward because it may not be appropriate or they may not be ready. So they're just kind of noting that, oh, this person's cool and they do think about you, but they may not have moved past that point now. Okay, so I hope that resonated. I enjoyed this so much being with you guys, seeing all your questions, the gifts, and everything. Oh, thank you so much. And everyone who's been here, I will continue to be doing lives, so you'll probably get notifications from me if you followed or subbed. I also have my zodiac readings every single month that are already on my page, both here and on YouTube. And I also have long form videos over there if you would like to see me and I am not currently live. And with that, I will see you guys next time in the Empress's Court. Bye. There we go.